Crowing of cock-a-doodle-doo woke up Kato. He opened his eyes and looked around. My, oh my, what a strange way to wake up. He squinted his eyes and yawned as wide as he could. Shaking his head, Kato climbed out of the straw bed and onto the platform. Sniffing the air, he walked out through the small door. A number of large birds were cackling on the other side of the fence. The big white bird saw him again and rushed towards him while making loud noises. Kato was not afraid. He walked away, tail held high, through the trees towards the house. Smoke oozed from the chimney, and he again sneezed. The silence was shattered by a loud "Woof, woof, 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 woof," as 4 dogs ran towards him. Kato dug his claws into the dirt, scampered away from the sound of the dogs, and ran up a tree, his heart pounding. The dogs jumped up the side of the tree and tried to reach him. Woof, 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 woof. Toy, her brothers, Mama, and Dad all came rushing out from the back of the house. "Hey, guys, what is all this noise?" asked the dad. Then they saw what the noise was about. Up in the tree, just about where the dogs could jump, huddled a small kitten with gray and black markings and paws that looked like they had been dipped in a can of white paint. The kitten had the most beautiful mustard-colored eyes and the cutest little rust-colored nose. He had long hair growing out of his ears. Tori and her brothers all pointed and screamed, "It's Kato! It's Kato!" Kato was finally home, but something was missing. Mama cooked some food for Kato, but all he wanted was to go and get his sister. He meowed and ran to the door. He stretched himself up along the door with both of his front legs and cried, "Meow, meow, meow." Mama said, "What is it, Kato? What do you want?" "Meow, meow, meow." He circled while jumping up on his hind legs with his tail held high. Toy's dad said, "What do you want, little boy?" "Meow, meow, meow." Kato again reached up against the door. Toy asked, "What does he want, Dada?" Mama said, "Maybe we should let him out to see what he wants." When they opened the side door, Kato rushed by the red Jeep and stopped. The dogs were barking again, but Toy's dad told Mama to put them on a rope. Kato looked around, sniffed the air, and then started walking towards the fence. He kept going until he saw where he and Coyote entered the yard last night. As Dada and Kato reached the hole under the fence, Kato went through it. Toy's dad went over the fence and followed Kato along the path. Mama took Toy and the boys down to the gate. Kato walked up to the hole in the side of the hill where Coyote lived. He meowed and meowed. Toy's dad opened his mouth in great surprise when he saw a skinny little white kitten with yellow eyes and a cute pink nose peek out of the hole. The kitten ran over to Kato. The 2 kittens rubbed noses and washed each other's heads. At long last, they found each other and were going home to Toy's house. Mama and the children came through the trees. They opened their mouths when they saw not just Kato, but also his sister kitten. As Toy's Mama and Dad carried off the kittens, the children jumped up and down in ecstasy. Coyote's nose stuck out of a bush with his teeth showing as his mouth broadened into a smile. Kato saw him and meowed a thank you for leading him and his sister back to Toy's house. Coyote let out a loud, "Yip, yip, 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 yip." Mama cooked up a wonderful meal and fed it to Kato and his sister kitten. The kittens drank cream and washed faces with their paws after their soft bellies were full. Toy picked up the little white kitten and said, "You are so cute. I think I'll call you Missy." She carried Missy up the circular stairs and began to dress her up in doll's clothes as she had always wanted. Kato walked around the house with his tail held high. He was so proud of himself. He had survived in the wilderness, crossed dangerous streams, finally found his little sister, and brought her back home safely. He had met and made new friends, Mother Rabbit, Wise Owl, and Sly Coyote. He might be a little kitten, but he felt like a big cat. Just then, Toy's brothers came into the living room. They rolled a small ball towards Kato. He batted it back. The two Siamese cats stared at him, snarled without being able to scare him off. Kato looked at them and started to chase the ball. Now he thought he also belonged to the boys. The rest of the family joined in the fun. Toy brought Missy dressed in a pink tutu. Kato and Missy were finally home. The young owl sat in a tree outside the yard with some crows that cackled. The owl looked at the house and said, "Hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo." Kato meowed a thank you, meow, to the owl for saving him and his sister. Out near the road, Mama Rabbit hopped out of her hole. Kato also meowed, meow, a thank you to Mama Rabbit for housing them and helping to find Toy's house.